Hi guys, alright, so I want to do Madeline's 1 week update for you guys. She's 1 week old. Because this does include some of the stuff from the hospital. So as you know, instead of repeating kind of what went on in the hospital, I'm just going to link the 2 videos below. And I'll put in parentheses Madeline because it's in part 2 where it has more of the stuff from when. So this is just going to be from like Monday to Friday. So basically when we got home, we obviously had to go back to the doctor for a weight check. Just to kind of make sure that her weight was going up. And it did. At her appointment she was 7 pounds 1 ounce. So she's definitely gained a little bit. Slow going, but she sleeps really good. She sleeps about 3 hours. And before I get comments, oh my gosh, you should wake her up after 2 hours for her to nurse. During the day, she goes about 1.5 hours to 2 hours, and then at night she'll go 3 hours, sometimes 3.5 hours. And her pediatrician's okay with it as long as she stays at no more than 2 hours during the day. He said if she starts spreading out during the day and still at 3 hours at night, he said then, you know, you might want to start waking her up at night. But he said as long as she's gaining, he doesn't mind. He understands, you know, with 2 toddlers. Well, technically what, I have a preschooler, a toddler, and a newborn. So he's like, yeah, he's like, it's fine. You do need to sleep too at some point. So, we are co-sleeping, and it's just me. Because obviously my husband works through a shift. Even though we've been in separate bedrooms, been separate for a while. We are, you know, just a little family thing here. We are trying to work on a relationship for the kids. We did talk about a lot of that stress that we went through during the pregnancy, which of course a lot of it was, you know, him not knowing what he could do to help and blah blah blah. But now understanding that really all I needed was for him to just kind of back off of me, and, you know, I already felt guilty enough, you know, being on bed rest, you know, or being so exhausted when I came home from work, and then I couldn't play with the 2 kids because I was so tired. I already felt guilty, so. But, yeah, we're doing really good. She doesn't, I don't know, she got used to the 2 kids, you know, screaming and playing and running around while I was pregnant with her, because it doesn't even seem to faze her when, you know, Mikey's running around or Tiny's running around, you know, doesn't faze her. We try to get, you know, have them understand they needed to be quiet, but they're doing really good. They're very, very gentle with her. Surprisingly enough, of course, as many of you guys know, my son was the one who was obsessed with baby Madeline while I was pregnant. He's starting to warm up to her a little bit more now. He was kind of like one of those, wait a minute, I don't get this, you know, Mommy, you had a big belly, now all of a sudden there's a baby, and he was kind of confused. But Tiny, who was never really into the pregnancy as much as Mikey, was very cute. When she first met her, of course she said, oh, it's my cousin, it's my cousin, it's my cousin, because she's used to only meeting cousins. And so when my mom explained to her, no, that's your baby sister, she went, oh, my sister? Mine? All mine? And we said, yes, it's all yours. So she's very, very protective. Actually, when we were in the hospital, one of the times she went to the bathroom, and the nurse had come in, taken Madeline to go get, you know, her weight done. And she comes out and she went, where's my sister? And we went, the nurse took her. that's not nice. She's my sister. She was really getting mad. You know, she kind of, Madeline does this like one little cry and then two, and Tiny yells at us if we let her get to that second cry. Why are you letting my sister cry? You know, or she'll say to us, why are you not feeding my sister? Feed my sister. It's, you know, she's very, you know, we do remind her to speak nicely, but she's very protective of little Madeline. Very cute. They left to go to Vermont with my parents, and instead of yelling bye mommy and daddy, she yelled bye Madeline. Oh, bye mom and dad. It was kind of like, oh, I guess I gotta say goodbye to you guys. But she did a wonderful, you know, Tiny is very, very good with her, and I am so happy that they get along. That the transition wasn't as hard for them as it was for us. I'm sorry. The transition has been harder on us going from 2 to 3 than it was on them. Just kind of like that juggling feeling. And, you know, it's hard. But I know I've talked to a lot of people that have gone from 2 to 3, and they said it's not really, they said once you get a little bit more comfortable with it, they said it's not a big deal, especially once you get down to the schedule. The hard part is that we went from, you know, we added a new baby and also added, you know, my son having to get up early to go to preschool, whereas last year he was afternoon preschool, so it was a little bit easier. So that's what's made it, you know, very interesting on us. So yeah, so here's little Madeline. She is sound asleep. I am not going to wiggle her around for you guys to see her really well, but I'm going to insert some pictures from, you know, basically some pictures of her with her siblings from the hospital. And then obviously, you know, her 1 week. So, these I do plan on doing, I think every week, up to 12 weeks, like I did for, like I'm doing for, basically it's going to be like a year of pregnancy, and then, you know, up to, you know, to 12 weeks with her. Then I might do, you know, once a month. But just kind of let me know what you guys would like to see, you know, either every other week or every week or once a month. But yeah, she's doing, I'll do pictures every week. And then if you guys want it once a month, I can just kind of show you guys the pictures of her. So, yeah, so that's it. And I will talk to you guys a little bit later. Bye.